Pay attention to the man constantly spreading traps on the car window. The woman saw the alliance and asked the elderly person to stop the car so she could pick them up. The elderly person, however, instructed the driver to continue driving. The value of the wealthy person behind is far greater than this. The driver stepped on the gas in response to the urging. The angry man quickly shouted to his companion that they failed to stop the car. At this point, the companion, Xiao Mei, was already ready with the dummy. She threw the dummy, forcing the car to stop. She quietly laid down on the ground. The people in the car rushed over to check on Xiao Mei's injury. The elderly person saw that Xiao Mei was fine and prepared to leave. Xiao Mei, however, requested to be taken to a nearby hospital for an examination. Just as the woman hurriedly nodded in agreement, the elderly person noticed the walkie-talkie on Xiao Mei's waist. He then handed Xiao Mei some money before turning and getting into the car. Xiao Mei had no choice but to watch the car drive away. At that moment, Xiao Mei wore a satisfied smile on her face. She then told her companion that everything was going according to plan. Soon after, the car arrived at the destination. The driver slowly helped the wealthy person out of the car. The driver then brought him to the elderly person. The elderly person, surprised, asked, "What are you doing here?" It turns out that when the others had gotten out to check on Xiao Mei, the man had quietly opened the car door. He then helped the wealthy person out of the car. Afterward, he disguised himself as the wealthy person and sat in the car. At the elderly person's command, they quickly ran. They were immediately controlled by the arriving security guards. The elderly person couldn't understand where they had taken the wealthy person. The wealthy person then slowly walked over. It turns out that a few days ago, the wealthy person knew that his time was limited. He had prepared to give all his wealth to the bathhouse. However, the woman was eager to get her hands on the wealthy person's fortune. She even came up with a plan to harm the wealthy person. In the end, it all amounted to nothing.